Hello world. So my mom and D Hank is the reason I went to Milwaukee Lutheran. Man, it was D Hank was a done deal when it came to ball. He's like Wayne Jensen was like, you get to play alongside, boy. I'm like, oh, okay, he nice. Fun fact, it's funny because I thought Raymond was coming too. So yeah, Raymond, you supposed to have been at ML with us getting chips. But no, playing alongside D Hank was amazing, man. He made the game a lot easier for everybody, unlimited range. His handles was off the chain, you know what I'm saying? His awareness was off the chain. His aura was crazy. He was Shy Gildress, whatever his name is. He was shy. Like the way he moved, the way he did his thing, you know what I'm saying? He was a real smooth player. And I'm truly honored and blessed to be able to play alongside somebody like D Hank, man. He made it easy for me. I made it easy for him. I'm like, hey, you shoot as many shots as you want. Hey, I'm locking up, bro. I ain't the one that complain. Hey, long as it's more than half going in, bro, then we're going to have to talk. No, but on the other hand, D Hank was a rare player, I think Milwaukee Lutheran could have put more attention in developing him, because coming in as a freshman and you starting as a freshman, every year, he got better. But it was just to the point where they could have pushed him more and more and more, because he truly could have been a D1 point guard. Look at what the guy's doing now. He was Steph Curry before Steph Curry. Steph Curry before Steph Curry. Game-winning shots, half-court shots, put Whitefish Bay to sleep. It ain't much more I can say. He was a well-gifted player, man, and I was blessed to play alongside of him, man. He made the game so much easier. Because truly, when he left, I realized, like, damn, but Lil Ferry came along.
Two, three. All right, man, we are back for another episode of Cut Talk. I don't know how I'm doing it, man. I'm reaching out and people blessing me, man. And we got a special one today. I've been holding off telling this dude certain things because I want to save it for the interview. But how we do it is I read the resume and I introduce the guest. So here we go. So DW Wildcats, Playground alum, amongst other teams. And add in anything if I miss anything, bro. Northwest Lutheran, great. We're going to touch that because I came from a Lutheran school too. 4-year varsity player at Milwaukee Lutheran. Dope. First team all-conference from 2003 to 2006. 1,000-point scorer. Dope. Second leading scorer in school history. Dope again. Was recruited by Northern Iowa, UW Green Bay, Edgewood, Wisconsin Lutheran College, Concordia Mequon, shout out to the Falcons, Concordia Irvine, UW Stout, but then made the decision to commit to Kankakee in Illinois. That's a good school. Tapped into that too. Then finished his college career at a college of Lake County. So, man, we are pleased to have the homie Derrick Hankins in the building, man. So, again, appreciate you for coming through, bro.
Blessings, man.
So, what we try to do with these interviews, dog, is we start from the beginning. And I know some of your early history, again, because I went to Christ Memorial.
Okay.
I went to Christ Memorial Lutheran. So, I'm 3 years younger than you. So, I remember you at Northwest Lutheran, bro, being at the tournaments at Milwaukee Lutheran all day.
That's
and
where
just
it's
seeing
all happened, too.
you, Jake Barnett, Dave Enters. Who else was over there? cat played football. He was a good football player at Milwaukee Lutheran. I think Dante.
Dante Howard.
Yeah, him. Loaded, bro. So I'm gonna need you, man, to fill us in, man. Give us the rundown, man. Where you from, bro?
Yeah, I'm from Milwaukee, man.
Mm-hmm.
Basically North Side.
Mm-hmm.
Before I even went to Northwest, I went to Atonement Lutheran. So if you know about Atonement Lutheran, we had some battles with Garden Homes 24/7.
Okay.
So, you know, started there. Then my 8th grade year is when I went to Northwest Lutheran.
What was the transition? What was the mean for the transfer?
We moved.
Okay.
So where I was staying before, we were close to Atonement.
Okay.
And then when we moved, we was close to Northwest Lutheran.
Okay.
So yeah, it was literally 5 minutes from the crib.
Okay, cool.
So that's why we moved to, you know, over there, or transferred to 8th grade year to Northwest. But yeah, man. Basketball wasn't even my first sport, bro.
Okay, you got to speak on it, man. Give us the
rundown,
bro.
I come from a family of bowlers.
Wait.
So my parents, they would travel for bowling, so they was big in bowling.
That was legit, yeah.
Yeah. So I grew up in a bowling alley, and if Deontay Garrett is watching this, we grew up in the bowling alley. We used to play basketball on the exit signs at the bowling alley. So
the brown deer lanes?
No, this was at Red Carpet Lanes.
Okay.
Before they, you know, tore it down and made it into a truck company. But yeah, so started bowling. After that, it was baseball.
Okay.
And then it transitioned to playing basketball.
How old were you when that transition started, or when you got to really taking basketball serious? How old were you, bro?
I would say my 5th, 6th grade year. So, yeah, 5th grade at Atonement, I think we had a B team or whatever. So I played on there. From there, transitioned to AAU season.
Okay.
Started off with Playground.
Okay, shout out.
Me and JR. So we was the only, you know, black fellas on the team at the time. So went from playing there. Then 6th grade year, I played for our school team. Played for the A team.
Okay.
Which is unheard of. No 6th grader could play on the 8th grade team.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, man. I mean, we battled with Garden Homes, like I said.
Yeah, shout out to them, man.
And Dupree.
Yeah, shout out to
Lamar. Lamar of all people too. But yeah, that was my first taste of actually playing against older cats.
Yeah.
And it made me want to play basketball more than baseball and ball.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I got you. Any siblings?
Yeah, man. I got 2 older brothers and I got 2 younger brothers.
Okay, so you smack dab in
the middle. Yeah, so my older brother, Derrick Hankins, he played at Rufus King.
Okay.
For Coach Guys. So he's 10 years older than me, but yeah, I used to go to all his games. So the crowd back then compared to now was insane.
Yeah.
So that was one of the reasons too why I wanted to play basketball. But I was always around my dad too, who went to West Division High School. They don't have West Division anymore, but you know how we have open runs all the time.
Yeah.
I used to go with him all the time, shoot on the side hoops, and so that's how my jumper came about.
Okay, that explains it.
Yeah,
that explains it. I hear you. So in terms of your siblings, did y'all all play together with each other? Was it competition in the household, man? You gotta speak on that, man.
Negative. My brother Donnie was a lot bigger, a lot solid. He played football too, but he was a solid guy. So it wasn't no real one-on-one matchups with him.
Yeah.
I mainly would play against my dad.
Okay.
But I mean, they both taught me the game.
Yeah.
While growing up, my brother was more of the aggressive.
Okay.
You need to take it to the hole more.
Yeah.
My dad was like, you need to shoot more. So that's how that balance came.
Okay.
My other brother, he didn't play sports. He was more into like skateboarding.
Okay.
And all that stuff. So.
Okay, nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Yeah.
And I got a sister too. My fault.
Shout out to the queen.
My bad. My bad.
Shout out to the queen.
But yeah,
man.
my sister, she went to Vincent High School. So,
Okay, man. Shout out to the siblings, man. So, You say you went from 5th grade being on the B team to go playing 6th grade with the A team, bro. What was that transition from going to one team to the other team, bro?
Big transition, man. You had to learn that it was no more easy layups.
Oh no.
You know, so I learned that at an early stage that you can't just go into the whole thing and that it's going to be an easy layup. Mainly back then I actually played defense. So that was you know, I had
you hung your hat on.
Yeah, I had to figure out a way to play or put myself in a position to be a starter.
Oh, for sure.
So I want to say midway through the season, I think the kid's name is Mark. I don't know for sure. He did something to his leg, so I became the starter point guard.
Okay.
So it just came from there, man. From that stage on, I started every game, and that's from 6th grade all the way up to my senior in high school. So.
Okay. That's dope, man. So, again, shout out to Pre and Flag because they definitely plugged Garden Homes. And Atonement, they mentioned them. So them, St. Marcus, just some tough teams that they went against. So,
yeah,
man.
Pre was a dog.
Oh, yeah.
That's my first time seeing Pre. I mean, Pre, he got so many tricks, man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell this story real quick. Playing them my 6th grade year, we was tied up. I think it was, I don't know, probably 39-39, I don't know. Garden Holmes called a timeout. Pre holding his ankle. We thought he rolled his ankle or whatever, bro. So we played off of him.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he crossed over Ramon Garza.
Yeah.
Straight for a layup. We looked at his ankle. Nothing was wrong with his ankle, man. But that's when I knew Pre was better than what anybody was talking about.
Yeah.
So,
how did you just being this? Because he's 2 years older than you, so being in 6th grade, he in 8th grade, bro. How you think you did against him?
I never got to hold him. So I mean, I had to hold Lamar. Lamar Wilburn. They were a dynamic duo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Lamar was special himself as a point guard because he was tall and lanky as well. But Dupree, we probably had 3 or 2 people holding him. I mean, you could tell his level of play wasn't, wasn't supposed to be in middle school. It was supposed to be high school, higher level.
For sure.
But obviously, now you can tell like he has all the accolades that he deserves. So
For sure. So you do your thing, 6th grade. Now that summer, 6th grade going into 7th grade, what AAU team was you with?
I was with Playground.
Okay, you still in Playground. Okay,
so
cool.
Playground, obviously I was playing a year up because I was with JR and them. I wasn't getting that much playing time with them, so I left from there and played with Powell.
Okay.
Powell, we had Tyree and Perry Petty.
Man, shout out to them.
Jerry Smith, Drew Childs, and I think Mitchell.
Okay.
So obviously I wasn't getting no playing time there either.
Right.
So
was Lanier with them yet?
Not yet.
No,
not yet. Yeah. So played in a couple of tournaments with them, and then left from there because JR's dad was a coach for Swish.
Oh, okay.
And that was still my 6th grade year, I think, going into my 7th grade year.
Yeah.
And so ended up playing with Swish. It was me, JR, Breon and Brandon Allen.
Okay.
Aaron Whitelaw.
Shout out to him.
Who else was on our squad? We had a stacked squad too.
That's a whip, bro.
Man. So yeah, played with them the rest of that season, and then going to my 7th grade season, that's when my parents started DW Wildcats.
Okay, so we need you to speak. So I want you to speak on the year at Atonement, then we gonna get into DW Wildcats, bro.
Yeah. 7th grade year at Atonement, I think we went 24-2.
Oh, that's valid.
Yeah, so if you go to Atonement and you walk through that hall right before you get in the gym, you'll see our pictures there still. from those 2 years, my 6th grade year and my 7th grade year.
Okay.
So you'll see our records and all that stuff at Atone before I had left. But 7th grade year, that's when I started actually getting looks from high schools. The Perry, I think his name is, the coach at Tech. Yeah, so he would get in contact with my mom 24/7 trying to get me to go to Tech. Marquette High School was trying to get me. Wisconsin Lutheran, obviously.
Of course, yeah, that's the feeder.
And so Milwaukee Lutheran didn't come into the picture until I had transferred to Northwest.
Yeah.
And that's when the principal would come and talk to my parents about me coming there. So that's how that all transitioned.
So you, at this time, bro, it sounds like you really starting to get on the radar. Now, if I had to ask you in terms of your game, bro, what were you known for at that time? What was something about your game that just made you stand out, bro?
I was a shooter.
Okay.
I mean, I've always been a shooter.
Yeah.
I took pride in shooting.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of Reggie Miller and Ray Allen.
Yeah.
I would say I got a lot of my stuff from Reggie Miller as well, just because of how I kick my leg out in fouls and stuff. So if you watching this, don't start nothing.
Yeah. So let me ask you, Derrick, like, you had a nice combination of just being fast and being a shooter. You don't really see too much of that nowadays. A guy, can shoot, but normally he off the ball. So how did you balance being the point guard, running the show, and then still getting your shots, bro? What was that for you?
To be honest, I really wasn't a point guard until I got to high school. I was a shooting guard, so I was an off guard. You know what I mean? I had to watch other high school point guards to know my role.
Okay.
And figure things out.
Okay.
I mean, I was always a basketball junkie back then.
Yeah, for sure.
So studying film, watching NBA games with my pops, him stopping, game tape and
y'all was
just
locked
teaching.
in for real.
Locked in, bro. So, just learning that and trying to implement that into my game.
Yeah.
That's what made me into a point guard in high school. But,
okay.
Yeah.
Who was you, what NBA players was you kind of like watching and like taking notes on, or who kind of was you looking at the time in terms of your game?
Tim Hardaway.
Shout out to him, man.
Allen Iverson, obviously.
Okay.
Combo guard.
Yeah.
Also, Nick Van Exel.
Oh, shout out.
So,
Kenosha's finest, man. Yeah.
Definitely was watching a lot of Nick Van Exel because of my brother. He's like, you going to be a point guard, you need to watch. I'm like, okay. So, buckled down, like I said, and focused on that. So, that's how I implemented most of that stuff into my game. But obviously, my favorite players is Ray Allen.
Yeah.
Shooter. So,
for sure.
I'm always a fan of the shooters, man. So that's how that came about.
For sure.
Yeah.
So do your thing at Atonement 7th grade year. And then you say this summer, your parents started DW Wildcats, bro. So speak on the motivation with that and the process.
Yeah, so DW Wildcats came about because obviously my parents wanted to see me play more.
Yeah.
So they started up DW Wildcats. So DW came about because my dad and Mr. Wilburn, which is Lamar's uncle, they wanted to start a team with his son, who was 2 years older. So I was playing. So my 7th grade year, I was playing against freshmen. So I never really got to play my grade level until about junior year.
Okay.
So that came about. They started a few teams, even girls teams as well. And a lot of people that you see now that used to be high quality basketball players, they used to play with DW. So, if I miss out some names, I'm sorry. So DeMontre, Daryl Moore, Oscar, Chuck from Brown Deer. Man, it's a list of people. Freddie, Goldstein, that is.
Shout out to him.
Big Dez. So, yeah, we all played through DW, man, and it's a blessing playing with all of them, bro.
Yeah.
They shaped me into the player that I am. So, but, yeah, DW, man, we traveled a lot. I played against Dwight Howard, Josh Smith, Jeff Teague.
Speak on Teague one time, man. What was that experience?
Man, you talking about a fast point guard, bro?
Yeah.
Who had a motor
Yeah.
the whole game. He didn't come out.
Yeah.
The speed never changed.
Yeah.
That's hard to guard, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could see why he was in the league, man. Like literally a great player. But yeah, man, we traveled a lot. We went to the big time tournament all the time in Vegas.
Okay.
Got smacked a lot. Cause I mean, I feel like we didn't have in Wisconsin. I feel like we didn't have bigs like that, like other states. But we did what we could. So.
Yeah, and I know me and bro ain't on the best of terms right now, but shout out to Big Dez, man. I know he definitely big you up every time we used to be around each other, man. So shout out to dude, just in terms of like bigs, man. Definitely give him his flowers with that.
Facts.
So y'all start up D-Dub. You play with them 7th grade. Now you got to speak on 8th grade year. You make the transfer to Northwest, bro.
Yeah, so transfer to Northwest, smaller school compared to Atonement. We didn't really have players that was good like we did at Atonement.
Yeah.
You know, so I was playing a 1 through the 5.
Oh, you doing that?
So
you was Brian then, basically.
I was Brian, man. So I think we had a great season. I think we only lost 2 games. But it was different because we always played at Milwaukee Lutheran.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was weird because when I played at Atonement, we actually went to different schools and played.
Yeah.
It was different. My dad was my assistant coach. Coach Reamer was the head coach.
Okay.
And I basically had the green light.
Yeah.
So that's when I had the green light. That's when that started my 8th grade year.
Yeah.
And so moving on from there, after 8th grade is when the decision came to what high school I wanted to go to. And obviously my mom, she's the head honcho of the household, so she was just asking me what school did I want to go to. And at the time I didn't really know. My friend at the time, Jordan Atkinson, shouts out to Jordan. He was already at Milwaukee Lutheran.
Okay.
So summer league was going on. You know, whiz kids, all that stuff. I guess they was short on guys for the summer league at Wisconsin Lutheran College.
Okay.
And he was like, "Yo, you wanna, play with us or whatever?" I was like, "Of course."
Right.
Basketball junkie. Obviously, I'm gonna play.
Yeah.
But I don't think you was supposed to be playing as an 8th grade or playing with freshmen or whatever. So I played with them.
So wait, Paul, you did that your 8th grade, so going into 8th grade?
No, 8th grade going into
okay,
freshman.
I thought
so yeah, in between that time, right?
Are you savage?
Right, yeah. So yeah, obviously my parents came.
Yeah.
They seen the players I was playing with. They obviously thought like maybe this would be a good fit for him to go there.
Yeah.
So played with them for like a good 8 to 10 games.
Okay.
So that was that, and then the principal got a hold of my mom, and I guess they had a few conversations throughout the week or whatever. Ended up going to Milwaukee Lutheran. So, I mean, Tech was there.
Yeah.
Wisconsin Lutheran was there.
Yeah.
Bradley Tech. So.
Okay. So did you know anything about the basketball program at Milwaukee Lutheran beforehand, or it was just like
not at all?
This is what they telling me to do.
I mean, as a basketball player, you just want to play. Like I just wanted to play. I didn't care if I was playing freshman, JV, or varsity, bro. I just knew I was gonna get my shots off regardless.
Yeah, for sure.
Coming into it though, freshman year, I came into school, whatever. Didn't know that Alex Bowie.
Oh yeah, shout out to Alex, man.
Shout out to Alex Bowie, bro.
Yeah, shout out to him.
I think my first or second week seeing him, and I was like, bro, you go to school here? He's like, yeah, what you doing? Blah blah. Yeah. So we hooked up right off the bat. But
how much older was he than you?
He was a junior when I was a freshman.
Okay,
so,
yeah. Shout out to bro.
So yeah, hooked up with him. Obviously was hooping with him when we had open gyms and all that stuff. But Jordan Atkinson was the main my main person, my main friend, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So freshman year come, you know, we have the orientation for freshman basketball.
Yeah.
You sit in a little circle or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, the head varsity coach coming to the freshman, grabs me and is like, hey, you want to try out for varsity? I don't even think he said try out. He said, do you want to practice with us for a little bit and you can come back in here? I was like, oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I ain't thinking nothing of it. I'm not. I'm like, bro, this is varsity. I'm not about to play with it.
Right.
Because they never really have any freshmen play.
They don't. It's rare. It's super rare.
And if they do bring you up, you actually sitting on the bench, you playing JV or you playing in the B games or whatever. But ended up playing or actually making the varsity team and practicing with them. So I'm not thinking I'm going to start or whatever.
Yeah.
But my dad held this from me. So he had a conversation with the varsity coach, which is Coach Jensen.
Yeah.
Shouts out to him. He's actually the principal at Milwaukee Lutheran now.
Okay.
He had a conversation with Coach Jensen, and he was just letting him know, he's like, hey, I'm okay with you bringing my son up, but just promise me you're going to play him. I don't want him just sitting the bench not getting playing time.
Right.
Come to find out, I'm starting.
So you got to pause.
Yeah.
So you got to explain the mindset, man. You just humbly sitting with the freshman thinking you're going to be on freshman. Then you get the nod that you're going to practice with varsity. Then that transition to you starting on varsity, bro. What's going through your head at this time? And you young, too.
Super nervous,
so
bro.
On it. You got to be.
Super nervous.
Yeah.
And you could tell if you, I got the DVD or whatever, but you could tell in my play the first 3 minutes I was super nervous.
Yeah.
They pass me the ball, go right through my hands. Do a dribble move, it goes right out of my hands. You could tell that I was nervous.
Yeah.
Brother in the crowd's like, get out your head. Like I can't really listen because I'm already in my head.
Yeah.
Ended up, I want to say halfway through the game, finding my niche. Ended up with 22 points. So I was like, this is probably where I need to be.
Yeah.
And I've been playing older kids through 7th or 6th grade. So it wasn't nothing new. It's just that it's on a bigger stage. Because when you playing at a Toman and Northwest, you don't have a crowd like that.
No.
When you play varsity basketball, everybody there watching you, especially if you're a freshman, they want to see if the freshman is good.
Question for you, bro. Was y'all mainly in the field house or y'all was going between the field house and
No, we never played in the old gym.
Okay,
we played
okay.
That's when they had just built the field house a year before when I came. So it was brand new facility. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Solid, bro. So freshman year, you make varsity, bro. Just give us the rundown. What game do you remember? Because I know you said your first game you had 22, but what was another game where you just feel like, man, I'm supposed to be here. I'll put it on display. Like this month, they gave me the keys.
My freshman year, I think a game we played against Port Washington.
Okay.
And I had, I think, 25 points. But I only missed 2 shots.
Oh, efficient.
So it was, it felt great.
Yeah.
But then the next game, I only had 4 points. But mind you, we played Cedarburg, and I had a game winner.
Okay.
So
that's all that mattered, man.
Yeah.
Winning the game.
Like I said, man, freshman year was stress. It was stressful.
I hear you. And you playing the hardest spot, bro.
Yeah.
Playing that. Was Chad Dodens at Cedarburg when you hit that? Man, shout out to Chad, man. Shout out to Chad. So
he was a killer too.
No, he was. He's still a big body now. He's still a geek.
Right.
But so who else was on that team with you freshman year? That was
freshman year.
Pretty nice.
We had Alex Davis.
Oh, shout out, man. Shout out to bro. I ain't heard that name in so long. Shout out to bro.
Davis. We had Bowie.
Yeah.
Matt Raleigh and Cullen Glenn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that team, it was stacked, but there was other teams that was stacked too.
Yeah, so. I was gonna say, who else was good that year when the old North Shore? Who else was good that year in that conference?
Nicolay.
Oh yeah.
Mo Kane.
Sure. Yeah, Mo Kane, DJ.
Yeah, I think it was either my freshman year or my sophomore year. I think that's when I met Mo in North Shore Conference. I went up for easy layup. He beat my to the stands, bro.
Yeah.
It was not even funny. I'm like, jeez.
Yeah.
Mo, if you watching this, bro, don't.
Yeah, I played in the Tulsa League with Mo. It was Mo, Khalif. That league, they be winning every year. I played with them because they needed a fill-in. So Chuck Avercamp was on the team too, and he coached at Concordia.
Okay.
Gave me a call. I pulled up, and it was like, man, why y'all called me, bro? Y'all know you. So shout out to them, man. So Nicolay was good. They had a whip. Was Bay good that year, freshman
Whitefish
year?
Bay was always good.
Okay.
Obviously, Gruber started his freshman year too there.
Was it a little rivalry between y'all at all?
Every year, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that my freshman year? No, my sophomore year, but we'll get into that. But
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It was
Was G-Town solid?
Germantown wasn't solid until my sophomore year.
Okay,
so we didn't really struggle with Germantown at all my freshman year.
Because I know they had Bobby Kromowski, I think that's how you say his name, shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Super smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Who else was good in our...
Homestead? Was Homestead?
Homestead was, yes, because they had Donald Lucius.
Okay. Shout out to bro, man. Shout out to him. So, yeah, North Shore was different back in the day, man. And for football, too, because Homestead doing that.
Homestead was always killing as a football team.
Man. So you do your thing freshman year, bro. Now, the summer freshman going into sophomore year, you back with D-Dub, man. Speak on that, man.
Sophomore year is DW. Obviously, I'm still playing up. I think that was the year we ended up playing Evan Turner over at Wisconsin Lutheran.
That's big time.
So yeah, man. Sophomore year, obviously I got my feet wet playing with varsity. Obviously we went to big tournaments, big time in Vegas, the Indiana tournament with Greg Oden and all of them.
That's some names,
so
bro.
yeah, man. I think who did we get on our team that year? Lamar played on our team that year. We was good, but we wasn't good.
Okay,
just because we didn't have any bigs.
Yeah.
We could run with the best of them, but I mean, at the end of the day, we couldn't grab rebounds. AAU is still how it is now. So
yeah.
But yeah, going in my sophomore year at Milwaukee Lutheran, though, obviously we lost our bigs, but we still had Bowie. Alex Davis was still a force.
Oh yeah.
And so that's when the battle between me and Gruber started.
Okay.
So I think we played at Whitefish Bay. This is the first tech I ever got and the last tech I ever got. And so we was playing at Whitefish Bay. Obviously, Whitefish Bay got some talkers in they stands.
It's different in there, bro. Yeah,
for sure. So every time I shoot, they always is in my ear.
Yeah.
I shot a 3-pointer from deep, and I hit it, and I left my hand up, and I looked at him. I said, "What?"
Yeah.
And that's when the ref gave me a tech. So yeah, bro.
Man, come on. I'm not thinking you about to go at somebody.
Yeah,
come
my
on,
coach
man.
sat me down. He was like, "You don't do that." I was like, so ever since then, I didn't get a tech. But yeah, man. That's when the battle between me and Gruber started.
Okay.
Obviously we played Tulsa East.
Yep.
Once a year too. So Jerry used to kill us as well. But it was always a battle between him and Alex Davis though. More.
Yeah.
But it was some battles my high school years, man.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Now your sophomore year, bro, because I know Trav came there and Trav went to Emmaus, so he was a highly touted player. Did he start with you his freshman year, or he was coming off the bench?
No, he came off the bench. I think he ended up starting JV, and we would always bring him up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, Trav, bro, I don't know. It used to be me, Trav, Jerry Smith, who else would come over to my house? We used to have little dunk contests on like 7-foot rim, 8-foot rim.
Yeah.
And he'll talk about it too, but he would say he won a dunk contest, but he didn't. But it was always between me and Jerry on the dunk contest. But I already know he's gonna say something in the comments.
That's all good, man. Brotherly love right there, man. And bro, just speak on Jerry one time, because everybody who come around and say nothing but good things about dog, man.
Jerry was always a solid player from when we played at Pal all up until through high school. He was always a solid player. He was always in the gym 24/7 too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. When he came to Pal, bro, I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
Cause he came in, he had a mustache back then, bro. So it was like he grown. Like, who is he? Bro, he came in, I think his 8th grade year, I seen him dunk, and I said, bro, ain't no way.
Yeah.
But you can obviously, he had the skill.
Yeah.
His dad was good too,
Yeah.
so he was a gym rat as well.
Yeah.
Every gym that I went to for open gyms or training or anything like that, he was there.
Yeah.
So obviously Jerry was on top of his game, but overall good dude, solid friend, everything, bro.
Man, that's what's up, man. So get through sophomore year. And how did y'all finish sophomore year, bro?
Sophomore year we lost to I think it was, I forgot the team, but they had this kid named Brian Wirch.
That name sounds so familiar.
Bro, when I say he had the green light, he was like a Jimmy Fredette, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Shooting from anywhere and everywhere, screens, everything, bro. Like, that's the first time I'm actually in the game. Like, what is he gonna do now?
Yeah.
Man, and Alex Bowie, he was our top defender.
Yeah.
And he couldn't stick him, so it was crazy. But we lost to Brian Wirch. I forgot what school he went to, but yeah, bro, he was a straight killer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have a solid sophomore year, man. Back on varsity, doing your thing. Now sophomore going into junior year. Back with D-Dub, man. Speak on that.
I think that's when Big Dez and Freddie came to the squad, bro, and us three clicked right away.
Mm-hmm.
We went to plenty tournaments, bro. Dez probably he gonna get in the comments and talk about it too. But we was in Atlanta, and we had to play early in the morning. We at the hotel, we playing checkers, bro. This is like at 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. And you know how strict coaches be, man.
Oh, yeah.
You supposed to be in your room, all this, blah, blah. We in the hall just playing checkers. We not doing nothing crazy. We not chasing after girls. We not doing none of that. We just down there playing checkers. He came down there, my pops, because he was the head coach. What are you doing? You got a game at 8:30 in the morning. You're down here playing. Head stewardess down there, like, shocked. I'm like, oh, man. But we ended up playing that next morning. Killing the team by like 30-something points from Canada.
Right.
Solid team. They had these twin guards. I forgot their names. They were solid, but they ended up going D1. They went to Texas State.
Okay.
And so we ended up beating them by like 30 points. But, man, my junior and senior year of playing AU was solid, bro, fun, because I was actually playing with cats that I enjoyed playing with, and I was playing my grade level too.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. So do your thing junior year. Now, bro, you going into junior year now?
Yeah.
So what's the expectations for the team? You got 2 years under your belt starting at the point. Now it's basically your show because Bowie gone.
And
then Trav starting with you now.
Yep, Trav starting
with you now. Is Alex Davis gone or he's
Davis still there? Yeah.
Oh, y'all. Davis still there.
Yeah, man. Well, actually, my sophomore year, I had a game winner on Whitefish Bay. So that's when I started hitting more game winners.
Yeah.
Starting my sophomore year.
Okay.
Or actually my freshman year because I had that one against
Cedarburg.
So, yeah, man, like my junior year, it's more I have like a green light. I know the plays more. We had about, believe it or not, we had about 76, 80 plays.
I heard. So didn't y'all run like a basic motion, but just plenty action out of the
continuity?
Yeah.
To this day, I still remember that play.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had about 76, 80 plays. But at this point, going into my junior year, like I knew every play. Like I knew what we could get out of it.
Yeah.
I didn't really call the plays like that still. My coach did from the sideline. So it's not like I had the full show, but Alex Davis was, a monster.
Just throw it up.
We had Jamel Sabri
Shout out to him.
transfer from Mesmer. He was solid. He didn't get that much playing time, which he should have, but it's just you got to fit in the system, bro. You got to know the plays as well. So he didn't really get to play that much, which I wish he did. But Alex, it was the Alex Davis show, man.
Yeah, throw it up. Yeah. And I gotta tell you, shout out to Kyle Tipton. His pops and him, both of them. They went to. We grew up in the same church.
Okay.
So like solid dude, man. I had to bring dude up.
Yeah, man. Tip. I wish he would have played more too, but he didn't get that much playing time either. But yeah, man. But yeah, going in my junior year, we ended up losing to Racine St. Cat's.
I don't even bring them up.
Right.
Bro.
Yeah, bro. They was solid. But the crazy thing is, like, I believe we were up by, I don't know, 10, 12. I don't even know how many points we was up by halftime.
Yeah.
But they put that zone in, that 1-3-1.
Yep.
And that's on me. Everybody who watching, that was on me.
Yeah.
That was on Trav too. We ended up turning the ball over. We couldn't get shots up, bro. But I mean, it is what it is. But it was a great season.
They had a whip too, Bostic. Bunch. I think Cordero Barkley was still there too.
Yep.
Yeah, bro. They had a whip that year, dog.
Yeah, they had a solid squad.
Yeah, man. So y'all end up falling short, losing. If y'all gonna lose to somebody, I mean them. So now you do your thing. Now it's the last summer with D-Dub. Going into senior year, bro. Just speak on that.
Yeah, my last year playing with DW. It's all about just having fun at that point.
Yeah, for sure.
With Dez, Freddie Goldstein. So just trying to figure out what college I'm gonna go to.
And I was going, is the recruiting starting to pick up at this time?
So that's when the recruiting started picking up. Me going to some basketball camps as well with some recruiters there. So that's mainly it. Didn't really take it as serious. Yeah. Just because I didn't want to get injured.
Right.
And all that stuff. But AU was smooth that year. We ended our year playing at this tournament in Minnesota.
Okay.
We ended up winning. It's a picture online with Dez with the trophy. Y'all can look that up.
Yeah.
Dez was a big force that year too.
Yeah.
So I was happy playing with him. I wish he would have transferred to Milwaukee Lutheran that year. Freddie Goldstein was trying to transfer to Milwaukee Lutheran too, but I guess something happened and he couldn't get through. Yeah. Or transcripts or something that happened, but yeah, that AAU season was smooth. I was happy to play with all of them. Yeah. But obviously we didn't take it serious. We didn't go to big time and all that as well. Yeah. Because I was focused on being in camps and trying to
get your name
enter the next phase.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
But then that summer too, I found out that my head coach at Milwaukee Lutheran was leaving. So he left from there to go to Florida. So at that point it's like, should I stay at Milwaukee Lutheran too?
Your senior year they do a coaching change.
Yeah, bro. So I was like, my mom and my dad was trying to figure out if I should stay at Milwaukee Lutheran or leave. And they got to the point where it's like, just ball out, bro. Yeah. So ended up going into my senior season. The JV coach at the time becomes the head coach.
Okay. And was you cool? You had a good relationship with him?
I didn't really have a relationship with him because he was like mainly the football coach.
Okay.
We'll talk here and there, but nothing like super close like how I had with the head coach and the assistant coach at the time. So, but he ended up being a varsity coach, and that's when I mainly had the green light. I was calling 75% of the plays. Yeah. Me and Trav, dynamic duo. So yeah, that's when that started, bro. We had a great senior year, man. I can't even, fathom of losing our last game against St. John's, but
against Trayvon. I mean, if you gonna lose to somebody, man, D1 cat like him. Let me ask you, bro, who was your rival in that conference?
It was Whitefish Bay.
Whitefish Bay, okay. Yeah. Makes sense. Did y'all beat them that year too?
Yeah.
Okay.
We beat them in the playoffs too.
Speak on that, man.
They had Sherrod Smith, bro.
Shout out to him. Yeah.
Great player. Great player, D1, man. Yeah. Like, I think our first matchup against them was at Whitefish Bay.
Mm-hmm.
I had a game winner on them again. It's funny because I think probably like 10 or 12 years ago, one of my friends, Chris Wells, I don't know if you know Chris Wells, he played at Concordia too.
That name sounds familiar, bro.
Yeah, he played at Concordia too.
If I seen him, I probably know.
But he was a teacher over there at Whitefish Bay, and he was like, yeah, they still talk about you to this day.
Yeah.
And they had a nickname for you called the Bay Killer. I said, what? That's crazy. But no, my senior year against Whitefish Bay, I think we won one, we lost one against them. Come to playoffs, we won against them as well.
Okay.
But obviously, I love the matchup because we played against Gruber. Shouts out to Groove.
Man, tough.
That's the homie.
Yeah.
But back then, it's like I wanted to kill everybody who was with me in that freshman year that started on a varsity team. Just because I never got the accolades in the paper or the talks on WSN.
Yeah.
So obviously that I wanted to
get your get back.
Get my get back, man.
Was you ranked in the state?
No, bro. That's the thing, bro.
Oh, well, we got to pause right
there.
You at the time, you a 4-year varsity starter, all conference. You known in the city getting recruited, and they ain't had you ranked.
No.
That's wild, bro.
Wild. And so,
wild,
like, my friends at the time, bro, they would, I don't know who the head guy was that was writing the,
it was Mark Miller.
Like, this is when emails was just now starting for, like, kids our age, whatever, but they would write him, like, why is Derrick Hankins not in the top 50?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was like we never see him playing his level of basketball in AU or off season, blah blah. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. But it is what it is. I mean, people who know know. So it's not like.
I mean, Steve was ranked, Jerry was ranked.
Troy Cotton, all of them, bro.
You going head to head with all of them. So that's crazy. That's wild.
Yeah, top 50, bro. That used to get me too. That's why I went so hard when I was playing in high school. So but it is what it is, bro.
So you moving along through that year, senior year. You doing well. Give us one game, your senior year, when you just put it on display. Like it was just a game where like, okay, like this what I'm gonna remember him by, bro. Give one game.
It's between two games. One against Germantown.
Okay.
Is when I hit probably 3 deep bombs, bro, just because. I had the green light at the time. It's my senior year. I don't care, bro. You're not taking me out the game, obviously. So I'm doing what I want to do. So Germantown, I think I had like 28, 29 points. And then my last game against St. John's.
Okay.
Is when we had full crowd.
Yeah.
We packed Homestead out, bro. They had to bring more bleachers in. But yeah, those two specific games, bro, is when I felt like I stood out more because I took the game more into my hands.
Even bro, that you mentioned like you wasn't ranked, but you playing against Trayvon, who 2 in the state, and you had 20. Come on, man. Yeah. So just speak on that last game going against bro.
The last game playing against him, bro. It's tied up at halftime.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard the talks about Trayvon Hughes. Obviously, my junior and senior year, I really didn't go see him play or anything like that.
Because they all the way out, bro. Yeah.
So seeing him play in person, bro, he's like a Jerry Smith, bro, a different type of player. But playing against them, bro, I felt like it actually helped me grow as a player, just because the type of players that they had at St. John's, bro, was. I mean, they was stacked, bro.
Yeah.
They had
another big
squad.
Dude. I think Marcus Melvin. I think that was a big guy.
A beast.
Yeah.
And Marcus Melvin, he held one of our guys to 0 points that game, bro. So even if we had 4 points out of our player, bro, we would have won the game. But he locked him up, bro.
Yeah.
No rebounds, no nothing. But yeah, those 2 games, Germantown and St. John's, bro, my senior year. Those were solid games by me where I felt like I grew as a player.
Okay.
All the way from freshman year to senior year.
Another question, bro. Was Ferry with y'all?
Ferry was on the team, but he didn't get that much playing time.
Okay.
And at that time, he wasn't a tall player at that time either. He was still scrawny, but he still got his shots up, bro. He was a shooter.
Okay, so I need this exclusive, Derrick, and I need you to be as honest as you can, bro. It's your time. Better jumper, you or Ferry?
I'll give it to Ferry, bro.
Yeah,
Ferry was a great shooter, man.
Yeah, man.
I could see it going up, like, you know what I mean? Like, even after I left and went to college, I would come and check some games out. I'm like, okay, Ferry, I see you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say better jumper, better shooter is definitely Ferry, bro.
Because what's crazy, bro, so when I played at Concordia, he a year older than me. So he was trying to get overseas.
Yeah.
So he would, in the summertime, he came back. So I was playing against Ferry like every day at night in the summertime. And he grew. He was about 6'1", 6'2" now. So we playing ones, we playing twos, and man.
And he was quick too.
Yeah, getting in there, strong as well too. Look, I got a little height over him, so I'm using all of that. But, bruh, dagger. But shout out to them, Ferry and his dad. And what's crazy, his little brother, like 6'5" now.
Yes, bro.
And he was like 5'0".
Well, all of them tall, bro.
Yeah, man.
Even the daughter is tall. So
yeah, so shout out to that family, man.
Yeah, man.
So, bro, you end up losing to St. John's. Now the career is done, man. What's the plan now, bro?
The plan is to get somewhere to play in college, bro.
Yeah.
So, we went to visit Green Bay.
Okay.
They was guard heavy.
Yeah.
I've started most of my life, bro. I don't want to come off the bench.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I see that they guard heavy. I'm like, Green Bay is definitely not going to be a school that I want to go to. Plus, they were trying to just give me a partial.
Yeah.
So then when I go there, we visited Northern Iowa.
That would have been a smooth little look. They was pretty good at the time.
Yeah, Northern Iowa I went to. They had a guard that was real good. His name was Dusty. He was from a northern Wisconsin school, but he was just letting me know, like, he was being honest with me, bro. He was like, it's hard to play on this team if you don't know the system, blah, blah. Even he was coming off the bench, but he was getting like 4 or 5 minutes a game. And so he was just being honest with me. I'm like, I don't know. My mom at the time, she didn't want me, you know how parents are. They don't want you moving that far away.
Right.
But so we left from there. I do a camp, I believe in Green Bay somewhere. That's when the Kankakee JUCO coach was there.
Very good JUCO.
Coach Lightfoot. He talked to my mom while I was in the camp or whatever. Then I spoke to him too afterwards, and he was just letting me know, like, if I came there, I'd start, go to a higher D1 afterwards, whatever, blah, blah. Just give me the rundown, telling me, like, and you know I'm a church guy too, so he's like, yo, I'm heavy into church. My dad is the deacon, blah, blah. So on Sundays you can come with me to church, blah, blah. So I'm like, this is looking promising, whatever. So I'll let you know. Obviously other schools reached out too, but I didn't. I mean, Edgewood was in Madison. I didn't want to go there. So I ended up going to Kankakee. Started off sitting in we had an apartment, bro. So we didn't stay in the dorms at all. They got us a full apartment, and I mean, it didn't feel right. When I got there, it didn't feel right.
What was off about it?
The vibe, the environment that we were staying in, and then on top of that, all the promises that he made, it didn't line up. Didn't even go to church one time with him. And I should have known something was up because Breon Allen and Brandon Allen had went there the year before.
Okay.
And so I should have known from then, but I should have talked to them too, and ended up. But I mean, they transfer schools every year anyway. So, but yeah, so it didn't line up. And then on top of that, like all the promises he said, he wanted me to start on the team, blah blah. He ended up making this sophomore the starter because he was like, I need to get him to a D1 or whatever. And I understood that, bro. And at the time, we was sponsored by And1.
Okay.
No, bro.
Okay.
Nah. Like, this ain't it, bro. This ain't it. So, left there halfway through the year because of the promises that he made that he didn't, fulfill. But ended up leaving there. Coach Howard at the time, who was the MATC head coach, had left from there and went to College of Lake County, which is the D2 school that I went to. So he already knew me from watching me play in high school, and he reached out and knew that I wasn't at Kankakee anymore. Is right there in Gurney Mills, a drive from, exactly nice little drive. And my parents thought it was a good way to go. So I get there halfway through the season. Obviously, I'm not on the team, but I'm on the team. So I'm practicing with them. Ended up staying because I didn't want to transfer anymore. But the end of the season, they fired Coach Howard. Dang. So I'm like, I just can't win right now. But I was like, you know what? My brother at the time, he's like, just stick it out. I mean, you're just going to have to ball out. I'm like, all right, I understand. But it's like playing with different coaches, they have other things in mind. But so we get this legendary coach of Illinois, Coach Shields. And he comes in. And at the time, it's me, Emmett Colbert that used to play. That used to play that King. My guy Luce, who was big in Chicago as well. Chris Tillman came there. Chris, man. And so we were great, but the coach had something else in mind. So he brought in players that he wanted to start or whatever. So I was fine. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just come off the bench. I'm gonna be like Jamal Crawford. 3 games in, I'm not starting still. He finally plays me. And one of the pictures you see with me, the layup, that was a game winner layup. Fast forward 2 more games, I'm actually starting. It's in the Daily Herald there that I had a game winner three-pointer from deep from half court. Few more games go through, I'm starting, and then it stops. No mention of why I'm not starting. I'm just on the bench. And so it came to the point where it's like, what am I doing wrong in practice? So I'm talking to the assistant coach. He says nothing wrong. It's just he wants to see different things. And at the time, the point guard that he had at the time, we was losing games with him, turnovers after turnovers. And so it did it, bro. So it's like mentally is messing me up because it's like, bro, I went to starting from 6th grade all the way up, bro. So it's like I didn't know how to come off the bench and play my role. All I knew was starting and playing and getting buckets, bro. So it got to a point where we had a tournament. I think this was in Minnesota or whatever. And we played against Shire, who's the head coach at Duke. And I think his name is Tim Boyle. I don't know for sure, that played at UWM. So we ended up playing against them, bro. And I know for sure that I should be playing. I didn't get in until the last 3 minutes of the game. Scrub time, bro.
Right.
So I'm like, this is not for me. And my dad there, my mom there, they can see it in my face, bro. I don't hide my emotion at all. And so my dad came down. He came down from the stands and was like, you want to head out? Because normally I take the bus with them whenever we go eat. And I was like, yeah, I'll head out with y'all. He was like, no, like, do you want to leave? I was like, as in this school? He's like, yeah. I was like, yeah. So while we in there having discussion in the locker room, I didn't even talk to the head coach, bro. I didn't talk to the assistant coach. I didn't talk to Emmett and them.
You just out.
Bro, I left my bag with my jersey, my shoes, everything, bro, in the bag, the team bag, and left it in the locker room with him. And we left. We went back to Milwaukee trying to figure out what I should do. And at that time, bro, mentally, I'm messed up, bro. Because it's like I done went to 2 schools, bro, and promises wasn't fulfilled.
Yeah.
I'm working my butt off trying to play, and so I just took a break from basketball, bro, and just finished up at UWM. Eventually, just going to school, but yeah, the basketball for me mentally, bro, I was done. Like I was cool with going to open gyms, playing basketball or whatever, but yeah, bro, it just mentally messed me up.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's tough to hear, cause like, yeah, you walked away from the game, but would you say you walked away from the game like how you wanted to?
No.
And
not at all.
That's tough to hear.
Yeah, bro. But I mean, at the end of the day, bro, it is what it is. It grew me as a person.
For sure.
I did go to a G League tryout for the Mad Ants.
Okay.
I did get an offer to play in Greece as well. So it's not like I didn't stop playing basketball entirely, but I mean, just other things came in motion that I put my focus into more than playing basketball.
Okay. Let me ask you, bro, because like as former ball players, bro, when the ball stopped in terms of playing for a team, bro, that could be the toughest time. Because for so long, it's your identity.
Yeah.
That's your identity. So what did you do when you said I'm done in terms of playing like for a team? How did you cope? What did you give your energy to, bro? How did you know what I'm saying, go about that?
The thing is, bro, if you don't have a strong family or friends that's around you, bro,
for sure.
You can fall into the dark side and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, bro, I had friends who, you know, they didn't want me to, you know, sit in my house, sit in my room and stuff like that. I ended up, Corey Stewart, great guy. Mo Kane, like
shout out to Mo.
Khalif, all of them, bro. Like I ended up starting to hang out with them more and more. But I was always around basketball players, so it's not like even though I quit playing basketball, I didn't quit playing basketball, bro. Because that's my therapy at the end of the day. So I mean, I still played. I didn't sit there and just, you know, cope with not playing around, bro. So I found a job, obviously, and just went from there. But obviously it's in the back of my head, like, what if I would have did this, or transfer here, transfer there.
Yeah, for sure.
And to this day, like, you know, I mean, you had these thoughts with your friends. It's never going to go away. But to cope with things, bro, I continue to play, but I was always in the gym faithfully, bro. That's what's up. That's my therapy.
That's what's
Even
up.
to this day, that's my therapy. Obviously, this morning, I hoop, bro, so that's my therapy.
For sure, man. Is the game still there, man? The quickness still there, man?
The quickness is definitely not there, but my jumper is there, bro. I'm turning 38 in a couple of weeks, bro. Like, the quickness is definitely not there, but my jumper is always gonna be there, bro.
Yeah.
The shooter always gonna be.
Yeah, you always gonna, bro. We gotta get you back. We gotta get you in the gym, bro. We gonna have to.
I moved back, bro. So I'm here.
We got to get you in the gym, man. We got to do a part 2 in the gym, man.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you had to just give words on your career and just words you got for how just the experience you had with the game, bro, what would you say?
Stay focused.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Even like some of my friends and my little brother and them, bro, just stay focused. Regardless of what path you going, it doesn't matter if you playing sports or you working or you got whatever going on in your life, just stay focused, stay on that path, man, because it's a lot of stuff it's a lot of stuff that can derail you.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? So just stay focused, man. That's the main thing.
For sure. And one thing I want to, because with this pod, of course, is heavily basketball focused, but I like to talk about other things too. And just a theme with this interview with you is your pops.
Yeah.
And your family just being there, guiding you, and being your support system. So, bro, just speak on that, man. They giving you that support. They being there for you, pops, you know, doing what he did for you, and how that impacted your life, bro.
Well, yeah. So my dad, obviously, he been a coach all through my life. But my mom too. She was a detective for.
Ain't no playing with mom.
Ain't no playing around, bro. So it was always, strict stuff. Stay on, schoolwork. Make sure you get that done before you can do anything.
Yeah.
So they instilled that in me as a little kid. So they're the main reason who I am. You know what I mean? So stay respectful to any and everybody. Doesn't matter if they the janitor or a CEO, bro. So they instilled a lot of stuff into me at a younger age. And obviously I seen from my older siblings what to do and what not to do.
Right, facts.
So
you had a playbook.
Bro. So I knew what to do and what not to do. But yeah, man, my parents played a big part in my life. From thinking about future stuff and working hard at my position as of where I work and stuff right now. So
okay,
yeah,
smooth, man. So another thing, man, you brought up the fact that church that played a role in your life. So just speak on your faith one time, just show your journey on that and how that's able to keep you a certain way, just dealing with life, bro.
Yeah, bro. Church. I mean, I would say I don't go to church as much as I used to.
Yeah.
Because when I moved down to Georgia, it was hard to find a church that I actually wanted to be at. But moving back, I'm actually gonna go back to church. But
okay.
God Himself stays in my life. It doesn't matter if I'm driving a car, I'm at home, working. I'm always speaking to Him, bro. It's not everybody's told you need to pray before you go to bed, blah blah. Me and God we so cool, bro. Like I talk to Him like I'm talking to one of my friends through text messaging, bro. So God Himself, bro, played a big part in my life too, because when leaving college at Lake County, bro, I had to figure something out. So I think my faith became a lot more bigger
you gotta lean on
in
that.
Him than anything in life. So leaving Lake County, bro, my faith became bigger, bro. And even if something bad happens, I understand why, because, a few months down the road, something will change and be like, that's why you did that. You know what I mean?
For sure. I'm with you. So now, bro, it's flowers time. I want you to give some flowers to a couple cats at Milwaukee Lutheran. Then I want you to give some flowers to just some players that was in your era you played against that just stand out, that you always remember, bro. So start out with the Red Knights first.
Red Knights, bro. Definitely got to shout out Trav, bro.
Yeah.
That was we was backcourt crazy.
Yeah.
Alex Davis, Kyle Tipton, bro.
Yeah.
Jamel Sabri. Cullen Glenn. Jordan Atkinson and DJ Thompson for sure, because me and them hung out 24/7.
Yeah.
Who else? Tim Klemp. And who else, bro? We had some solid players, but Chim Kadima came after me.
I was just gonna say, man.
Chim Kadima, bro.
We in talks with bruh too,
yes,
man. Like
Yes, Chim Kadima for sure. He came in, so after my senior year, he came in.
Yeah.
He was the next freshman who played varsity. So, yeah, bro. And for sure, Ferry, bro.
Oh, yeah. That's smooth, man. Now, just overall, man, just from your childhood to high school, name 3 guys who just like every time you seen them, like, man, I'm at your head, bro. We cool, but I'm at your head, man.
Billy Memmis.
Shout out to little Billy, man.
Dollar, who else? Thomas Shumpert.
Shout out to Shump, man.
When he was playing on the Titans. Ricky Franklin.
Oh, shout out to him too, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Them 3, bro. But Ricky was, bro, I felt like he was a pro before he even he hit high school. He was great. But those 3 right there, Billy, Shump, and Ricky, bro.
Shout out to them, man. Now, Derrick, bro, I ask this to every ball player, everybody on the show. If the Derrick you are now, man, almost pushing 40, working, man, you know what I'm saying, with your lady, you know what I'm saying, doing well. This Derrick had to speak to young Derrick. You know what I'm saying? The Derrick who left his school and was ready and was just done with basketball, man. Derrick, freshman year, when he was told he was going to be on varsity, man. If you had to give words to them younger yous, bro, what would you tell them?
Stay poised.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the main thing. Stay poised, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You going to make it.
Mm-hmm.
Stay poised.
That's dope. I like
That's
that,
it,
man.
bro.
I like that. Well, man, I will need to give you your flowers too, man, because so I'm 3 years younger than you. So I would say it's 2 players that I saw give Kwame trouble. One was Corey.
I totally forgot about Kwame.
Yeah, one was Corey, and then you was the other one, because I seen you at Summer League play Kwame, because I was playing with the JV team, and I stayed to watch varsity. And you was probably one of the only players, like I said, you and Corey, who just gave that man trouble. Everybody else, I done seen him just go through.
Yeah.
So definitely got to give you your flowers on that and just your career at Milwaukee Lutheran and just, you know, what you did in college. And then you just a cool guy, man.
Yeah.
Cool cat, man. Was respectful when I reached out. So, man, I appreciate you coming down, man. And if you got anything to push, promote, any shout-outs, man, the floor is yours, my brother.
Shouts out to my homie Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
DC, Jones, Big Dez, Mike Bradley, everybody, bro. Like, I mean, they keep me focused on what I'm trying to accomplish in life, bro. Love to everybody, even to you, bro. I mean, I got more stories in the chamber, bro, to be honest. But I need Dez to sit right here. I need Trav to sit right here, so we can discuss that for sure. But love to everybody, man. It's a blessing to everybody too. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to bless this whole thing you got going on, bro. I see it getting bigger and bigger. So so love to you. Shout out to you too for having me come through. And yeah, man, that's it.
Appreciate it, man. That's the mic drop moment. And I don't be guaranteeing interviews on because people got schedules and stuff.
Yeah.
But a part 2 in the gym, getting up shots, we're gonna make that happen, man. We might even put a little wager on it, man.
Hey, I'm all about it. I'm all about it, especially if it's shooting.
Oh,
I'm all about it.
Man, what?
Yeah.
So now one more question, bro. In terms of jump shots, your jump shot or Tony Main's?
Whew.
So we had Tony on the show in the gym.
Yo,
bro.
T-Main, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to get at the T-Main right now, bro. But I mean, he a coach, bro. Yeah. So he faithfully in the gym. I'm in the gym probably twice a week.
I mean, not now, but at y'all heights.
Oh,
at y'all heights.
Me for sure. My junior and senior year. Yeah, bro. No, I think my jumper progressed as a junior and senior.
Yeah.
Nobody was stopping me, bro.
Man, we might.
And plus, I was shooting from deep.
Yeah.
When it was, you know, it wasn't supposed to be a thing in high school, bro.
It was a thing with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We gonna do a part 2 in the gym, man.
Yeah, for sure.
We got to do that before when we get out of here. I'm gonna have my man sign the board, man, because that's what we do here. I need some gems from him. But that's Cut Talk. Derrick Hankins, Mark Pace. We out.
Yes, sir. Ugh.
To the point.
Stay focused.